So welcome to Jay's Shed 2.0. It's like day 50,000 or something of the lockdown. I got a bit bored, so I built myself a new shed. So we're back on the rebuild, because as of Wednesday, the old Prime Minister has said you're allowed to travel to different places, so I best pull my finger out and get this finished so I can use this to travel to other places. So today's little task, I've been told by Bob the painter that he assures me that all my paintwork is going to be done by Friday. But to be fair, he's been saying that for the last 6 months. So really, I've got to just get everything ready so I'm in a position for when I do get the paintwork back. So that is the purpose of tonight's little episode. We're just getting stuff ready. So the reason I'm shoving bits of rag in here is because they're going to go in my little wash vapor blaster. So this is the before. As you can see, it's a bit battered up, it's covered in oxidisation. You could polish this up if you like, but I think I saw one on the old KR1s Facebook group. If you go on there, it's pretty good. Somebody was asking about the original finish of these, and they said they were brushed, and I don't think many are brushed, because I know my original one, I just polished them, but I'm going to go for a brushed finish, so I'll show you how to do that. Right, let's crack on. So when I picked this bike up, it was a track bike and it had no exhaust brackets. So I whipped a bracket off of my other KR1s and drew it up flat. That's almost so that's what I drew up. So I get a fair bit of stuff laser cut, so I stuck it on one of those jobs and got these laser cut. And then we went about trying to recreate an exhaust bracket. So there's quite a few things, but the main thing on the bracket is the way that these corners look. Now you can just get a flat strip of aluminium and then form it round and back up again, but you don't get this nice little corner piece like on the original. So that's what I wanted, so that's what we've knocked a bit of tooling up. So I just did that in a fly press. So this is like obviously trying different stuff out. That's way too much to stretch, then that was too much again, so we sort of pared it down a bit, and this is what we come up with. So you can see they are handed as well, so when the exhaust clamps through it, it's got this bit's on the outside, and then there's a slight angle, so the exhaust can clamp up straight, but the can will actually be coming out at an angle like the original. So that's what I've come up with. If anyone wants a set made, let me know and I'll knock you a pair up. But I've got a pair of them in the blasting cabinet as well, because I want to blast finish those. So let's crack on and get some bits washed. So they look quite nice like that, but they do look like they've just been painted. As you can see, it's so gentle, it doesn't affect any of the lettering on there. So it all stays, can you see it? So it's not like sandblasting, which would just erode the surface and quite harsh. So you can see that one's been down the road because it's been flattened off. So it's been probably down the racetrack. But the way you get around that is you cut the bracket off, because you'd have a welded bracket on there, and you put that exhaust on the other side of the bike, so you don't see it. So now we're going to give the surface a little bit of a burnish. I use a little flappy wheel with it's got Scotch-Brite and then emery cloth as well. So because I vapor blasted them, you want to seal the pores a bit with a bit of WD-40. Looks a bit better. And I'll leave that end like it is, because I like the contrast. So I'm not too worried about this bit here where the bracket's been cut off it, because the hanger bracket's going to cover that anyway. Right, so I'll get the newly made clamp, and I'm going to leave this the satin finish. Look at that. I'm quite happy with that. A few little scratches, but it's not a brand new bike, so well, that's a bit of an improvement. Right, so basically tonight I'm going to try and get that, the gear change on, and a load of work around the back end. Right, so now I'm going to stick the gear changer on there. Put a little bit of grease on it. It's a bit fiddly, as long as you get it straight, it'll go in. Okay. So then we've got a little washer, and we've got a circlip. Okay. So when I used to thrash mopeds about, I never realised that you have to take the bolt out, because the bolt, if you look in there, the bolt, when it goes through, sits in this little groove. So if your bolt comes loose, it stops your gear change from just falling off. I never used to know that, and so yeah, I used to get my dad's claw hammer and all sorts of things trying to get them off. I couldn't get it off. It was like making a right mess of it. But you live and learn. So just got to get that pushed home. It's a nice fitting spline, that. And when you've got it in far enough, you'll be able to get the bolt in. So that's basically a bit of leather, that is. Right, first thing I'm going to put on, and I hope you can see this. This is like a luggage hook, but in an earlier video when I had all these plated, this was jet black, and you can see now it's going a lovely shade of green. So that beautiful greeny colour is actually black zinc passivate, but it goes nice and green. So it'd be good to get all this tightened up tonight. Alright, so I thought it might go in between these bits of plastic, but if you look at the angle of it, you know, the whole line's up now. So sometimes if you're not sure, just eye it up. I'm sure the nut and bolt police are going to be on to me, because these are not the original fixings for this, but who gives a shit. So that just needs some little caps to put on there. I'll have to find some of those. So we'll carry on working around. We've got a couple of screws that hold this up. A good little tip is check your bulbs before you put everything on, as I did earlier. Oh. Need a couple of nuts. I'm putting a nylock on there and a big stainless steel bodging washer. It's only because it's on plastic, so I don't have to over tighten stuff. These are the original ones that come with my bits and pieces bike, and you can see that they're a bit might be salvageable. You can see that they're a bit beyond help, really. I snapped off when I undone them, so I thought, well, the bare minimum I've got to do is make a new shaft and piss around like that. Then good old eBay under KR1s. Look at that. Don't be fooled though, because these are advertised as KR1s indicators, but you can see that that shaft there, the original, is nowhere near as long as that. So they won't actually fit, or they wouldn't. So I jumped on my lathe and I made some little threaded adapters. They're stainless steel, so they won't go rusty. We've got Workshop Cat in the shop tonight. Hello, Minnie. can't keep her out. So yeah, buyer beware, or you know, be prepared to have to modify stuff. So you put the rubber grommet in that rear mudguard, feed your cable in. There's a little hole up there. Tongues out, maximum concentration, and that's where that goes. So thank you for your continued support. Hopefully, if Bob the painter's not telling porkies, which I don't think he is, I'm sure he's keen to get this finished. And I know why he's taking his time, is because he's a bit of a perfectionist and he really wants to do a lovely job of it. And I've seen a few little sneaky peeks, and it is looking really, really good. So, like I say, hopefully by the end of the week we should be in a position where we have some nice painted panels and tank and stuff to put on it. So I'll carry on getting all the other little jobs done, but we're really pretty much there. So yeah, the old lockdown is you know, still going on a bit, but I think there is a little glimmer of hope at the end that we seem to be turning a bit of a corner. But this has enabled me to get my new shed built, and now I've got some motivation to crack on and get this done. So right, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and leave us a comment. I love reading your comments. So yeah, thanks a lot.